Nick, I'm sorry. My mother told me on the way in about the slides. Good morning. I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you all today. I know that we have various years and different groups of people here, but I hope that what I'm going to say today is going to be talking about kind of the next step after Pingree and what's kind of awaiting you once you end up leaving this place. So students, let me begin today by joining the many other people applauding you on all of your academic achievements during your tenure at the Pingree School. 9 years ago, where I sat, where you're sitting today, in the second row, right about there, I remember feeling at the end of April a strange combination of excitement at beginning the process of leaving high school, as well as some trepidation about leaving behind this familiar and safe community. Pingree is a special community, and though you may be ready to leave, know that time and distance will only make the nurturing, collegial, unique experience this school offered you seem more incredible with each passing year a mile away from home. So at the time you have remaining here, appreciate your classmates who made the driest lectures endurable and the best classes unforgettable. Appreciate your teachers who with each successive class have raised you up to the current high level of achievement that we celebrate today. Most importantly, appreciate your family. They are your biggest supporters and will remain so after you leave. Long before you ever arrived here off of Highland Avenue, your families helped you take the first steps of an academic journey, a journey which led directly to this auditorium today. So let today not be the last time that they see you all be recognized for all of your hard work and academic achievements. But as today is about recognizing academic achievement, I already know that in some way you do appreciate and take full advantage of the opportunities this community has provided you. I know that most of you have stayed up late at night reviewing flashcards before your Spanish exams. I know that you've memorized tables for your chemistry quizzes. And I know that you've committed minute facts to memory in order to select the right answer on your history tests. You should be, and over the next few weeks you will be, congratulated for all of your high marks. But more than your Spanish vocabulary, more than your history knowledge, and despite what Mr. Fernari may have told you, more than your periodic table recall, what you should be congratulated for today and must carry forward with you as you leave here is your strong work ethic. It is this internal drive that cannot be taught in school nor forgotten with age that will allow you to take full advantage of the opportunities awaiting you after high school. I know that I'm speaking to some of the best students at the Pingree School. Understand that when you go to college, you will be surrounded by the best students from other schools. Your high school GPA and SAT will cease to matter the moment you arrive at orientation. As a result, the biggest predictor of success that I found was not your high school academic record. It was the willingness to put in that extra hour to proofread that one paper. It was the willingness to take that extra minute to ask that one question after class. And it's that extra second before you move on to something else, where you make sure that you are comfortable with everything that you've done at the project at hand. So many students from so many strong backgrounds and so many developed minds. The distance between average and excellence at the next level is not measured in miles, but in inches. So continue to maintain your hard work ethic. It is that extra step that will make all the difference. But unfortunately, work ethic alone will not be enough as you move on to college and beyond. As you move out into the world, you'll discover very rapidly, as I did, that picking the right answer on a test matters little if you don't understand why that particular answer was right. Since your parents' generation, and even in the few years since I've left Pingree, dramatic advances in technology have placed nearly the entire universe of human knowledge at your fingertips, or at the very least, in your pockets. Currently, the average personal computer is not hundreds, but thousands of times more powerful than the technology that enabled humanity to land on the moon during the Apollo program. Cell phones ensure that we can reach out and contact an expert in almost every business or every field. Access to a sufficient education is no longer determined by where you live, but by the power of your internet connection. Children born in Hamilton, Massachusetts, and children born in Mumbai, India, can read the same books, view the same movies, and listen to the same music. ability of technology to deliver to each of us almost instantaneously the correct answer to any question will only grow during your generation. There is nearly an app for everything. As a result, what will distinguish the next generation of scholars will not be knowledge of particular facts, but an understanding of how these facts interrelate and can improve the greater world. To succeed at the next level, you will need to be both prepared and a participant. By preparation, I mean understanding things at not only the basic level, but as part of the complex whole. For those of you interested in science, a biology student will be able to pass a test by knowing the name of all the body parts and their locations. However, to be a surgeon, one needs to know each of the bones, organs, and muscles, how they work in concert to help us breathe, or walk, or make speeches at our former high school. For those of you interested in literature, you may already be aware of the ability to analyze complex information. However, expectations of you will increase in college classes where you may be required not just to read a book, but to understand the book's historical context, or its impact on society at the time it was published, or its role in literature today. I promise you that in a college literature class, you will not be asked what was the name of the ship in Moby Dick. Instead, you'll be asked to discuss the obsession that drives Captain Ahab, or the issues of racism presented by Queequeg, or the motives of Ishmael during his long journey at sea. For those of you interested in foreign languages, making flashcards of vocabulary and verb conjugations may no longer suffice. You'll now be expected to take the harder step of holding conversations, not on limited topics like family life or school, but on the vast array of issues you would discuss on a daily basis at home. You may be asked to communicate with native speakers and to demonstrate an awareness of not only their language, but of their culture, history, and government. It is with government where preparation and participation meet. Though some people may disagree, the largest issue facing the political process in this country and abroad is not a lack of intelligent or prepared people. In my limited time in the nation's capital, I've met nothing but very bright and dedicated persons who believe fully in their preferred policies and interpretations. However, what is lacking is the willingness to participate, to really hear the other side's arguments, to try and understand what beliefs underlie their policies and their interpretations. People are willing to read every scrap of paper that supports their position. They're willing to surround themselves with others who share their perspectives, and the internet provides an excellent echo chamber where a person can sit and listen to only familiar thoughts, arguments, and fears. But many people lack the ability to entertain the possibility that those who hold differing opinions have just as much research to support their positions and hold on to their ideals just as fervently as they do. Many people would rather win the debate than to be right. But the hard decisions are never based on easy facts. The hard decisions always involve the gray area between the facts that we know and the knowledge we've yet to acquire. These questions were not complex. Everyone could just look up the answers on their iPhone. What matters more is the courage to question one's beliefs, to open oneself up to the possibility of criticism, or to embarrassment, or to disappointment. Now, I know this doesn't sound encouraging, but participation can have its rewards. And I want to stress to you the importance of opening yourself up to new experiences and participating on the life of your campus, both here and beyond. Some of you will go into your next year, freshman year, or in college, and you already know where your interests lie. You might know going in that you plan to major in journalism, join the newspaper staff, and work towards an already defined career goal. Or perhaps your interests and identity are more fluid, and you plan to try different courses and different activities until you find something that feels right and sparks your interest. I can tell you that I've always been a member of this second group. I entered Pingree with a love of hockey and books. After meeting people like Mr. Fernari, I left Pingree with a dedication to science and medicine. By my sophomore year of college, I had changed my major twice and developed a strong interest in politics. After working for a few campaigns, I became less interested in politics, more interested in policy, and entered law school. So don't let anyone tell you that any current indecision you may have concerning a major or career path is in any way advice. Because whatever your situation is, take advantage of the opportunities that have been provided to you. Attend the talks given by visiting authors or politicians. Join a club or an intramural sport for something you've always been interested in but never tried. Start your own club or team if you have an interest that isn't yet represented at your school. Get to know the kids who live on your hall or in your classes or are just passing by on campus. If these endeavors or relationships fail, all you will have lost is time. And what you will have gained was the experience of trying something new. You will have squandered an opportunity that is still out of reach for so many persons your age who have not attended places like Pingree. If you only gravitate towards the familiar as you head out of high school. It is only by looking outside of yourself and your dorm room that you will begin to see the connections between the many correct answers you memorized during your academic career and why those particular answers are right. It is only then that you will be a learned, well-rounded, fully prepared person ready to participate in the larger world. Now, I began today by asking you to appreciate the people around you who made your success possible. But I also want to ask the teachers, families, and friends in the room to join me in extending my congratulations to all of you for all of your achievements. I know that many of you have succeeded not just in the classroom, but also on the athletic field, on the stage, in the art room, and in forming strong personal relationships while you were here. But today, put those other achievements aside and celebrate your academic success. If you give back even half of what has been given to you, you will all do well in your lives beyond Pingree. Thank you again, and good luck to you all.